Hey, welcome back, knife nerds and everyday care people. It's your big Canucker here, and today we got a little bit of a big knife shootout. Um, in these trying times, everybody's got to have a big knife. Now, whether it's a big knife that you put in your pocket, it's a big knife that you put in your truck, it's a big knife you keep in your camper. Sometimes you need just a big knife, and don't let them fool you. Sometimes size matters, guys. We all know that. All right. So the two I want to have a look at here are a couple of giants, no pun intended, well maybe it is, in the knife industry. We're going to compare the Spyderco Manix 2XL against your Recon 1 clip point. Both extremely capable, fantastic knives in their own rights, but if there's got to be a winner today, let's find out what it's going to be like, or let's find out who's going to win, who's going to kick some ass here today. All right, so let's go over the specs here real quick on your Spyderco Manix 2XL. Specifications wise here, let's go. Now your braid length is 3.85 inches, not quite 4 inches. Your edge length is 3.36 inch long. Your blade steel is CPM S30V, which is an absolutely fantastic blade steel. Fully flat ground leaf blade with the Spyderco hole opening. It's got the, not the access lock, oh my goodness. It's got the Spyderco ball bearing lock here. With your G10 liner, and it's a nested stainless steel liners here that are skeletonized with your jimping. It's also got a capable and usable lanyard hole here in the back, and your, let's just see, your overall weight is 5.2 ounces, and your handle here is just a smidge over 5 inches long, and your blade thickness is 0.125 or 3.2 millimeters. So, like I said, extremely capable knife. Now let's go on to your cold steel here with the triad lock. Let's just have a look here. Now your blade length is 4 inches long, and I'm gonna say here 3.78 inches cutting length. It's great cutting length. It has got a ambidextrous thumb stud, so it allows you to shift that left or right. You've got G10 liner 2 as well. No, actually, you know what? I don't think it is G10. Oh, maybe it is G10. But one of the big differences here is you do not have the skeletonized liners. There's no stainless steel liners, just simply G10 with your full steel back spring here and the triad lock. That is the big thing with this particular knife, is your triad lock. Cold Steel has got a lot of advertising out there, and they're beating the hell out of this lock, and I have to tell you, man oh man, it's a tremendous locking system. Now your blade is, if it's a brand new blade, it is the S35 VN with a DLC coating, and the DLC is diamond-like coating. This one does not have it, but there is a DLC coating that's available with the Spyderco Manix 2XL. This particular blade actually happens to be the CTS XHP, which is a fantastic knife steel in its own right. I have some knives that have got the S35 VN alloy on it, and it is a really great, fantastic steel. Now the S30V was built for the cutlery industry. It was built for knives specifically. Now when they actually built it, Chris Reeves had a hand in redesigning the S30 to the S35 VN because they wanted to have a blade steel with a little bit more edge retention, but the main thing they wanted, it was more toughness. So the S35 VN is a tougher steel. Now the edge holding ability is very similar in both of them. I'm going to say probably the S35 VN has maybe a 5 to maybe 10% better edge holding ability, but the big thing is the toughness. Now, putting these two knives side by side, they are both extremely well fitting in each hand. I would have to say that the ergonomic wise, it's a real tough one. I think ergonomically, I'm going to give it to the Spyderco, because the Spyderco, even though it's got this front fit, this choil here that allows you to choke up, and it also allows you to have a good positive grip on this, the wells on the Recon are a little bit deeper. And when you've got a little bit deeper well, you've got more positive lockup in your hand, but it also allows you to be more uncomfortable if your hand is not designed to fit this particular size of blade. So if you've got a little bit smaller hands than I do, this may not be as comfortable, or if you've got larger hands than me, this may not be as comfortable, whereas I think the Spyderco allows a greater range of comfort when you're holding on to this blade. Okay, now the other thing here too as well, now the pocket clip here is, both of them are left or right, but these cold steel, you have to have a second clip in order to put it on the other side. So this particular one will have a left-handed clip, and this clip gets put away, or you could have both clips on if you wanted to, I suppose, and then you could carry it in either pocket if you wanted, whereas the Spyderco clip will go on either side with the same clip. And I also have to give, I think, the clip to the Spyderco. I like that quite a bit better. If there was one big failing with the cold steel, it is going to be the fact that the clip, it sucks. I mean, I dislike it. That's my particular opinion. Okay, now the other thing with, as far as cutting ability, fully flat ground or hollow ground, I think if I had to cut through a whole bunch of cardboard, I'm going to give it to probably the Spyderco. I think the fully flat ground lends towards cutting more cleanly through thicker material than the cold steel. But the cold steel, where it really shines, is going to be how damn tough this blade is and how damn tough this lock is. Now, don't get me wrong, Spyderco ball bearing lock, really tough. Triad lock, I gotta say it, I do believe it is the toughest lock that is in the knife industry right now, bar none. So if I had to bet my fingers on a lock, I would bet it on the Triad lock over the ball bearing lock, although the ball bearing lock is not one to mess around with. Overall, I think strength of the blade, toughness, I probably would give it to, I'm going to give it to the cold steel. I've seen both of these knives go through quite a bit, but maybe it's the advertising getting to me, but the cold steel is just, I've seen people beat the hell out of them and they keep coming back and they keep begging for more. And I've seen people do that too here with your Manix 2 XL, but I just think that the way how thick this blade is, it's going to be the one, I think, that's going to come out, I think, on top a little bit tougher. All right, so the cold steel or the Spyderco 2 Manix 2 XL, which one are you going to put inside your pocket? Price wise, also the cold steel, I do believe, kicks butt over the Manix 2 XL. Your MSRP here is $220 on the XL and $179 on the cold steel. Of course, that's not the street price whatsoever. In Canada here, you're looking on this Manix 2, you're looking probably somewhere around 175-ish, and your cold steel Recon clip point is, you're talking probably somewhere around 150-ish. So not a big difference, but still in these times, every dollar counts. Overall, I think look of the knives, I don't know, I think that is so subjective. I'm such a sucker for the Spyderco hole, and I am a Spyderco fanboy, no doubt about it. But this Recon one is a good looking knife, and I happen to really lean back this edge and give it a wicked slicing edge on here. I was bored one day and I just decided to let's lay back the edge to about 12 degrees, and that's the result. I like to put a mirror polish on all my blades, but that's neither here nor there. What are you going to put inside your pocket here, Mr. Big Canucker? Well, let's just see here. Oh, I guess if you've got fidget factor, I think that your Spyderco is way funner to sit there and flick open and closed. But your Recon one is a better work knife. So, I don't know. She's such a real tough decision. But if I was trapped on a desert island, Recon one. That's the one that's going to go in my pocket because I'm not going to want to worry about fidget factor. I want to worry about how tough the damn thing is. I want to worry about the thing is going to open and close. And if my life depends on it, the Recon one is going to be the one that's going to be inside my pocket. Ever so slightly win the Recon one. All right, guys. Thanks very much for stopping by. If you like what you heard and you saw, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm closing in on 100 subscribers and I want to get there. And I appreciate you guys clicking that thumbs up and clicking that subscribe so much. Now, please stay safe out there. Keep your stick on the ice, the shiny side up. And this is the Big Canucker saying adios.